good, y'all? Welcome back to a new video on Saturday, like I promised last video, right? Apologies, but your boy has a job, okay? Their job needed them. What can you do though, right? I'll tell you what you can do. You can start cutting season or bulking season. And that's what I'm going to Sulek about this video. And what I mean by Sulek, I mean, I'm gonna give you a car talk like he does. Oh shit, my e-brake was on. What I mean by Suleking it is that I'm gonna give you a car talk before the little lift. I'm not really gonna commentate during the lift because one, I don't have a mic, and two, I'm a little shy guy. Okay, I'm a little shy boy. Okay, I don't like when people can hear my conversation when I have with other people. So let alone myself. No cinematic, just straight up vlog. Hey guys, should you cut or should you bulk? Let's talk about it. So let's just start out with the bulking side, okay? Because the bulking, in my opinion, as a former fat kid, is the best part about bodybuilding. So I'm not a bodybuilder, by the way. Best part about bodybuilding is the off season, is the bulking season, you know, the fluffy season, okay? Bulking season is all about that calorie surplus, dude. Eating everything under the sun, lifting heavy weight, and just, you know, feeling good, okay? Until you take your shirt off and you realize how much weight you gain. The thing about the bulk is that people take it too far and people bulk for too long. Basically what the bulk is, you're in a calorie surplus. But not only are you in a calorie surplus, you're in a weight surplus. Okay, I'm gonna turn off these lights. I'm gonna turn off this light because there's people and possibly cops, and I'm not trying to get pulled over again. Everything is a surplus. You know that oversized shirt that you got? It fits now. You know that meal? It's double it. You know that weight? Add some 10s on there. So basically how you want to start a bulk is do what you normally do, right? But eat more. That's number one tip. Eat more food, eat more calories, consume more calories. So what I want you to do is go onto the website caloriecalculator.net, put in your info, put in your age, your weight, how active are you at your job, do all that fancy shit, and then when you find your maintenance calories, oh look at that, I need gas. When you find your maintenance calories, I want you to add 300 to 400 calories on top of that. So let's just say your maintenance calories is 2,500 calories a day. Motherfucker, you're gonna be eating 2,800 calories. Yes, you are, buddy, yes, you are. You don't wanna be in a huge surplus right off the bat because you wanna see where this little surplus, where this little change takes you, okay? So if you gain like a pound or two, right? You hit a little roadblock, like, oh, I'm not gaining weight. That's when you know you should start adding more calories. And then you're gonna get to a point where, so I don't suggest you set a certain time frame. I think you should set a certain weight, okay? This is just my opinion, my own experience. Let me talk about it. You should set a goal weight, not how long the bulk is. So I'm 180 pounds right now. I wouldn't say I'm lean. I wouldn't say I'm fat either. What I've been doing since, I don't know, around October, I've just been main gaining. I've just kind of been listening to my body and making sure I get my protein in, you know, and I'm not perfect, okay? So that's one thing. You need to try every day, but you don't need to be perfect every day. You know, you have to try, you have to be committed, and you have to keep the ball rolling. I'm 180 pounds. Let's just say I want to bulk up to 200 pounds. What I would do, put myself in a calorie surplus, is slowly make my way up to 200 pounds. That's 20 pounds of, I don't know. So here's the little gamble. You will be gaining muscle. You will be gaining muscle if you're getting stronger at the same time. getting stronger and gaining weight at the same time, okay? By the time I'm 200 pounds, I should have gained some kind of muscle and some kind of body fat. That's just inevitable. You have to be comfortable with knowing you are going to add some LBS as a fat on you. If you can't get through that, just go really slow then. You might have to, you can lean bulk, which you eat really clean foods, but you make sure you get in a calorie surplus no matter what. So if you're eating, I don't know, beef and broccoli every day, you're just gonna be eating a lot more throughout the day than you would with beef, broccoli, and rice, you know? Because rice is a filler. Rice is carbs, and rice, you know, just adds to the meal so you feel full after. Let's just say I get to 200 pounds. I'm like, all right. I'm probably gonna say this to myself when I do bulk up to 200 pounds. I look like shit. Don't let it discourage you. It's part of the process. You have to be a caterpillar before you turn into a butterfly. Trust the process. Trust the process. I know this is the ugly phase, but we've all been through puberty before. Bulk, 200 pounds, main gain. What I would do is main gain for about 2 weeks to a month. And then that's when I enter my cutting phase. The cutting phase is all about showing off your work. This isn't from like a beginner standpoint. This is from like an experienced person standpoint. Cutting phase is all about showing off your work. Shedding off that extra layer of fat to reveal your gains that you made during the bulk. If you are heavier and you want to cut down, or let's just say you're not heavier and you're just an average guy and you want to see, you know, how you look. Again, caloriecalculator.net. Find your maintenance calories. Instead of increasing it by 300 to 400 pounds, decrease it by 300 to 400 pounds. Now you're gonna want to learn how to diet, and you're gonna want to learn about macro-friendly foods. What I mean by that is that I made a video in the past talking about the cut, and basically you're gonna have to find alternatives. You're gonna have to find low-calorie alternatives to foods that you like already, and fillers. But don't let it be any kind of filler. Let it be a light calorie filler. So for example, right, let's just say you like Oikos yogurt, right? That's about I want to say 150 calories, maybe 120, right? And then there's this other brand, I think it's called like Light and Fit or some shit. It's 80 calories for 12 grams of protein. Those macros are so worth the amount of protein. Are so worth the amount of protein in it. My maintenance calories is 2,500 calories. I'm down to 21 to 2,200 calories. Now, it's gonna be rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be rough, especially if you're fat. It's gonna be rough trying to transition from the foods that you like to foods that you'll deal with for the next 2 to 3 months. That's how long a cutting phase is for me anyway. I cut down calories for about 2 to 3 months, and maybe even more, because just my body's just like that. We don't get to decide where body fat comes off of, by the way. If you're like, I just want to lose some fat in my arms, I just want to lose some fat in my stomach, you're still gonna have to do what I do, buddy. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to cut your calories. There's no picking and choosing where you want fat to come and go. But yeah, I cut last year. I was doing 2,100 calories, I think, and in the beginning, that shit was ass. Not gonna lie, I was hungry a lot. I work really early, and so days were long. And not only that, I'm not burning as much calories as I am because I have a desk job. So I have to put in extra work out of work to even compensate for my calories burned for the day. So not only am I working out, but I'm doing cardio. And you guys know how much I hate cardio. The cutting phase is, in my opinion, my experience, a lot harder than the bulking phase, just because it's harder. It's harder. You got to be more strict with yourself, and you just got to be committed. One thing about this is you have to commit to these 2 to 3 months to losing fat. If you're a beginner and you're still cutting, right? Just shedding off some baby weight, whatever, some water weight. Don't be discouraged if you see the scale go up, because if you're a newbie, there's a thing that in the gym community we call newbie gains, okay? So you might be blessed and you might be gaining muscle. This guy's an asshole. You might be gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. So your weight number might be stagnant. So if you're a newbie and you're cutting, don't set a goal weight. Do it by feel. So if you were like, I don't know, you got to do it by eye. That's what I meant. Because these guys are just in a rush today. These guys are just in a rush today. So are you. When you're in a cut and you're in a calorie deficit, you're eating lighter foods. Your stomach won't feel as full. You won't feel as bloated. Yada, yada, yada. It's all good stuff. It's all feel-good stuff, except when you're hungry, because then you can't really eat as much as you want. And as you want to do the opposite of the bulk, like it's black and white when it comes to that, to be honest. You have to treat your daily calories like they're the last $20 in your pocket and payday's on Thursday. I remember being on a calorie deficit last year, and I wouldn't eat probably until 10 p.m. The meal will probably come up to like 500 calories, dude. And that was it. It was chicken and rice. Deadass, like, it's gonna have to come to those classic gym bro meals like chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice. We say chicken and rice and we suggest chicken and rice because it works. Carbs and protein, carbs and protein. But make sure you're eating your fiber. I suggest like an oatmeal in the morning or something like that. Something really light, put some protein powder in there, boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. Treat these daily calories like they're your last $20, man. You have to stretch it out. So let's just say I eat at 10. I have a pre-workout snack at like 2:30 p.m. Then I have dinner at like 6. And then like maybe like, I don't know, maybe a late dinner as well, or like a high protein snack at the end of the day. Then boom, I'm done. Like 2100 calories sounds like a lot until you actually figure out how much calories is in a meal. Yeah, so should you bulk or should you cut? Just depends, man. And at the end of the cut, main game. Don't just be like, oh, finally I'm 170 pounds and now I can start eating McDonald's and going out and blah, blah, blah. You can celebrate if you want, of course. You can have a cheap meal. Not necessarily a cheat week. I'm at the gym and it's lower. So I changed my workout split. You know that ChatGPT shit I talked about a few videos ago? Yeah, I'm still on that. So it's lower, upper, lower arms. I didn't really get to do arms this week, but you snooze, you lose. So today's my lower day. So gonna be deadlifting, gonna be hip thrusting, gonna be leg extensioning, gonna be leg curling. I hope what I said helped you. Take your creatine. I haven't drank this yet. My pre-worky, my little slut. There's a guy running. Do you think if he's running away from a murderer, I can scare him off? Like lat spread in front of him and he'll be like, boom! Let's go hit legs. what's this? A second car talk in the same video? As if this video wasn't long enough. I hate gym interactions that go wrong. Because if I'm locked in and someone asks me for a spot, I'm like, cool, all right, bet. I'm resting right now. I'm fine. I'm not doing anything, right? But then they start to make a conversation after I go, good job, bro. You're strong as fuck. There's this guy, way bigger than me, you know, big man, big stocky big man. He asked me to spot him on his bench. I'm like, all right, bet. So get done with the set, yada yada yada. And he was like, oh, I saw you deadlifting. You're pretty strong. I was like, you know, I was blushing and shit. I was like, oh, thanks, dude. And then he was like, oh, do you make content? I'm like, yeah, I do. I do, actually. And he's asking questions. It's kind of like a one-sided conversation. Not because I don't want to talk to the guy. It's because I don't know how to have a conversation, especially with a stranger. I was like, yeah, I post on this and that, and, you know, I just do my shit. He's like, and like, there's kind of like silence for like a good 5 seconds. And he's like, well, all right, dude. And then I go do my set and that's it. Right? And I'm just thinking, I'm like, I hated that. I hate the compliment he gave me and like that he like, you know, thought it was cool and shit like that. I hated that I didn't have anything to ask him back because I just realized I didn't know his name. I didn't ask like anything about him. And so now I was like an asshole. I'm like, I could have asked him something, or I could have, you know, or like I just made a realization that it was kind of a one-sided conversation. I was like, oh, dude. And so like I kind of feel like I have to like make up for it in some way. Like, dude, like I had the urge to go up to him and be like, sorry, man, I'm just awkward sometimes. I'm like, I didn't do that, but I felt like doing it just to get it out the way, to get it off my conscience. I was just like, I just wanted to be like, sorry, man, I'm not good at conversations or talking to people. It's just not my thing. I enjoy talking to you, but it's just, small talk is very hard for me. But thanks, dude. Thanks for the compliment. Fuck. This is the end of the video. I'm going to work now. This is Friday. I'm going to be uploading Saturday morning. You know, I'm working the third shift, working the graveyard shift. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next week, I promise, because I'm getting back on that grind. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. See you later. See ya. No, I'm not moist. Fucking see you in the next video. I don't see ya.